When?
Soon.
How soon?
2 days.
What, to Moscow? Do they give a reason?
Only recall. Well?
You don't give me much time.
But it can be arranged.
I can speak to my friends. But you know what they expect.
Yes.
I'll speak to them tonight. Oh, they'll come. They always enjoy a party.
Left us precious little time, hasn't he?
It's not on, sir. Frigate is off Crete. Pericles in Jib. It's too far from MTB.
What about this one?
Oh, I don't think the First Sea Lord would buy that, sir.
Well, you could put it up to Malta. Old service tradition, Commander, passing the buck. Get me Admiral Norris on scramble.
You cleared all the routine traffic? What's that cat's concert?
Ham.
Why, the ship's monitor equipment is not for your amusement.
Logging 250-meter band. Instructions to operators, part 2, amended.
All right, Einstein. You got tuned commercial.
It's half a degree off.
Yeah, well, not everyone's as particular as you.
Our amplifier isn't big enough for commercial. So Ham, all right.
Hello, you lucky listeners. This is FEXO calling all chums with lovely Arabian love song. Yes, it's your favorite hamster from the land of distant pop.
Routine logging, sir. 250 band. Picked up a ham.
Pirates, you mean? You shouldn't be using that frequency. Yes, from the navigating officer. Our arrival time, Malta. The covered is St. Angelo for engineers.
Malta, sir. For us.
We're going to have to be several days if they want to sort that generator.
Ship's company won't be sorry, sir.
They've had a bashing these last 3 weeks. What are your plans, number one?
There's a sort of garden party due, sir, tomorrow at the residence. They were kind enough to invite me.
Something like a nice day's climbing?
Not climbing, sir. It's tennis.
Thank you. A signal from Flag Officer Malta, sir.
Yes.
We'll board you tomorrow earliest. Please signal time of arrival. We've done that.
Civil of him to let us know.
Piping party. Pipe.
Good morning, sir.
Morning, Niles. How is the exercise?
Oh, useful, sir. I think we're shaking down.
You reported some generator trouble.
Oh, nothing to speak of, sir. The MEO wants to run a check while we're in harbour.
Good. Beaumont.
Sir?
Had lunch with your father in London last week.
Glad to hear that, sir. I hope he was well.
An excellent trip. Very smart. I'm sorry to have jumped you like this, Niles. Could we have a word in your cabin?
Yes, of course.
Thank you.
Thank you, pilot. Sir.
It might be an idea if your navigator were to stay outside to repel boarders.
Sir. Our bar is closed, sir, but we relax for important guests.
A bit early, thank you. Sorry about the drama, Niles. Well, something urgent has cropped up. What's your notice for steam?
We haven't shut down yet, sir.
Fuel?
A fuel barge should be coming alongside now.
Your generator, what about that?
Oh, that particular one only serves the domestic plants. It can wait.
In that case, could you turn around and sail within 3 hours? Now, wait a minute. I'd like you to have the full picture. I've been requested by the First Sea Lord to find out whether Hero can undertake a short, quick job. You note the word requested? That's how I'm passing it on. It's quite simply a rescue operation. We have to pick up a man. One man from a certain portion of the North African coast.
Without the legal owners being aware of it, I take it.
Correct.
Not that it matters, sir, but who?
Well, his code name is Max. That's about all I can tell you. Except that our people attach enormous importance to getting him off. That's why I was in London last week, preparing contingency plans for whenever the cat might jump. But he's jumping tonight. 2300.
That narrows the field a bit, sir.
I'll show you. I broke my own on the principle the fewer the better. Could you... Oh, thank you. Now, this is the coast 30 miles west of Costa Ra. Cliffs, rocks, and small coves. And this is one of them. It's quite well chosen, because the coast road curves in here, and there's a path of sorts that leads down. Two nearest settlements are these two villages here. Coast Guard station, radar 5 miles to the west. That's about all, I think.
This is a submarine job.
Yeah, that's how it was planned. But there isn't one handy.
The Coast Guard station, does it command any MTBs, helicopters?
It's unlikely they'd rely on Costa Rica.
Do we know the strength of their radar?
Last information was that it was low-powered navigational stuff. But I won't say it couldn't change. The Russians have been busy there.
So we could be picked up and challenged any point from 10 miles out. I don't know what they're claiming as their new limit.
15.
Giving them plenty of time to call in the MTBs from Costa Rica.
If you're identified, yes.
This man, Max, I take it he's worth risking the arrest of the ship and over 200 men?
That doesn't come in question. You see, this operation will be so conducted as to succeed.
Oh, quite so. I was once caught scrumping plums in an orchard.
Oh, really nice. Oh, okay.
I was only 4 years old at the time. The boys I was with were much bigger than I was. They were egging me on. They said, go on. Nobody's going to take any notice of a tiddler. If the farmer catches you, we'll back you up. Well, the farmer did catch me. And guess where the big boys were?
About 10 fields away, I imagine.
As they'd be now. Apologizing, offering damages, and the court-martial of the officer responsible for faulty navigation.
I've been asked by the Admiralty to report whether you can undertake this operation.
Oh, I understand, sir. The question of putting the man on the spot. On the spot.
Miles.
I apologize, sir, but I'm becoming an expert in being on the receiving end.
That does not arise. As I've said, this operation will be so conducted as to succeed.
Showing me up in front of a 2.5.
Who's that, Bill? That new signals genius of yours, what's his name? Pettigrew?
Yeah. He didn't do it on purpose, I'll grant you that. Trouble is, he's always arguing.
You mean the trouble is he's always right?
Well, that's a modern navy for you, isn't it? I mean, they used to come in green and ignorant. You had to wipe their behinds for them. Now, it's 7 O-levels, half a dozen diplomas. You can't open your mouth. Well, I reckon he's undermining the discipline.
Well, you want to look it up in the Naval Discipline Act? There must be something there you can nail him on.
No, I wouldn't do that. Anyway, he's eaten the book. He knows it all. I am just waiting and praying that one day, somehow, he's going to stick his neck out on the job, and he's going to be wrong.
In front of the skipper, with cream on. Oh, what's the good news, Master? Has the Admiral gone ashore, then?
Yes. And I'm following. Got a 3-week shopping list.
Do you hear that? This is the First Lieutenant. I'm sorry to tell you that all shore leave is cancelled. The ship is at 2 hours' notice to sail. That is all.
Your own people say they can do it.
I'm being bounced into this.
MI6 are only the postman. But I have to know now. It's not so easy to get on to our man.
What is he, a pimp and a fez?
Talia. Very westernized. Communications engineer in government service, which made him a prime target for Trepanov. Talia had the wit to turn the game upside down.
What's his motive, Trepanov's?
Choosing freedom, or he's embezzled the embassy funds, what does it matter? He's offered to deliver the entire Soviet intelligence structure in North Africa. That's interesting.
Can you do it?
Talia thinks so.
He's paid to. I want to know more before I risk a frigate.
Oh, I can't help you on that. The gen on Trepanov came from another back room. Meantime, we're losing him.
It's 10 hours sailing for here, sir. There'll be time to recall her.
Draft a signal.
Yes, sir.
Fine. I'll get my end in motion. You realize, Charles, if you do want to bounce out, you'll have to tackle the Chief of Defense Staff.
I intend to. Trepanov, was he ever at the Russian embassy at Washington?
I think he was, yes.
No, because I met him at one of their parties.
Ah, what was he like?
He was drunk.
Trepanov?
Andre, it's about the party.
Party?
It's all fixed. My friends are very happy to come. Can you, look in at 7?
7? Yes.
Don't forget to bring something. You know what I mean. My friends are expecting it.
Yes.
7. Masalama.
Andrei Vasilievich? Вот ваши билеты. Мы заняли вам места на ливийской авиалинии Libyan Airways до Каира, а затем на аэрофлоте до Москвы. Подпишитесь в получение.
Спасибо.
Спасибо, Андрей Васильевич.
Steer 092.
Now, we'll continue this present course until we lose the land in approximately 45 minutes, and then virtually drop onto the target. Now, from that moment on, timing is going to be vital, and I mean timing to the second. The pickup is to be made at 2300 precisely. We work back from there. Now, this is what I shall call a target zone, starting at the legal limit of 15 miles. Your job, pilot, will be to bring us just to there in precise time to execute the mission, no more, no less. From that point, we begin to come within the sweep of the Coast Guard radar. Here. Any comment on that? Weo?
Well, it's unlikely to be a long-range job, sir. We'll know as soon as we pick up their signal.
We'll assume the worst and that they're liable to pick us up and speak us, at which point we become a Liberian cocoa freighter going along at 6 knots with a wireless operator drunk, which is fairly normal.
What about visual sighting, sir?
Good point. Merchantmen carry a second light on the after masthead.
Well, we could fake one, sir, over the bedstead.
Right. Assuming no one tries to stop us, we proceed to within half a mile of the shore and put out the Geminis. Sorry, Peter, but your flying machine makes too much damn noise. Besides, you're too big a radar target.
Both Geminis, sir?
Yes. One for the landing party, the other with just Fuller and the coxswain for our guest. You'll be in charge of the Gemini party, number one.
Yes, sir.
Now, this is possibly the only seriously tricky part of the whole operation. From the moment we enter the target zone, the ship will be under complete electronic silence, except for minimal use of the navigational radar. We shan't be able to give the Geminis any assistance. We'll talk about that later, number one. Any questions so far?
Well, a suggestion, sir.
Bill.
If we don't go in directly, but, well, aim here, say about 5 miles to the east, further out of range of their radar, then we could veer west, closing in at a tight angle, using the cliffs for maximum cover.
A bit tricky for you, wouldn't it be, pilot?
If you could give me navigational radar and bursts, I wouldn't need it continuously.
That suggests a better idea, sir. If we do as Bill says, stopping briefly to release the Geminis about here,
yes,
we could streak ahead while the ship carries on, timing the whole thing to pick us up on the return journey just about there. Well, that way the hero wouldn't be a sitting duck.
Well, it's counting a lot on our guest being punctual, but it's good. Accepted. Right, that's the broad picture. Now let's get on with the details. Yes, come around now.
Starboard 10.
Do you hear there? This is the captain speaking.
Hero is now proceeding on an operational mission under a blanket of total security.
Whatever you may see or hear, whatever action you may be involved in, comes under the Official Secrets Act.
And is not to be divulged even to your family. I can only tell you that with luck and good management, we should be back in Malta Harbour by this time tomorrow.
That is all.
Well, there we go. Second constant number 2. We'll stay about 30 yards behind.
Captain's compliments, sir. Could you come to his cabin?
Very good. Carry on, leading regulator.
Aye, sir.
But if I do ring down for full speed, Chief, I'm going to mean full speed. Yes, well, leave some rivets in. Yes. How are the Geminis coming?
Well, spotted on the flight deck, sir. I think we can get the lot in the water inside 2 minutes.
I'm more concerned with how soon we can scoop you out again, with our guest, of course. Tomato juice.
Don't mind if I do, sir.
Bring us 2.
Yes, sir.
Sit down, Dick.
Thank you, sir. Have we any idea who he is?
None. He could be the Sultan of Timbuktu on the lam. He's obviously highly desirable to our masters for them to consider risking an expensive warship on him, not to say ourselves. Derek, you do understand why it has to be you in charge of the landing party, don't you?
Oh, yes, sir. I've got that picture.
From the moment we drop you till the time we pick you up again, you're on your own. We're under complete electronic silence. We can't con you by radar. You have to find that code by dead reckoning. You'll carry a radio, but only to receive messages from me, which won't be given unless the balloon goes up. On no account can you carry arms. Oh, check that with your men. Not even a penknife.
No, sir.
The first foot you put ashore makes you an invading force. Liable to have people take pot shots at you. I've never seen the inside of an Arab jail.
No, sir. Can't say it's come my way either.
I don't suppose it's the best route to an admiral's chair.
Oh, well, sir. Can't always go climbing, can we?
No. Or play tennis. If it's any comfort, I don't propose sailing again until you and your party are back on board.
Oh, may I question that, sir?
No.
I just hope Max is worth it.
Just hope he's there.
Coleman's told me your worries. Surely you're committed.
Not for 4 hours.
My plane had to divert to Lunenburg. You do realize it was a cabinet decision to lift Trepanov?
On what information?
The best available. You can't do better than that. They had their experts, you know. Mostly this chap, Knox Palmer. Oh, he's the living authority on Trepanov, apparently. Damn it, Charles, I can't authorize a recall now. We've given this man our word.
A traitor?
That's his affair. A high KGB officer who's volunteering important intelligence.
So he says. I warned them it could be an ambush. A Russian ploy to show the Arabs who their true friends are. Pretty convincing. A NATO warship caught in a technical act of war.
That risk was weighed, Charles, and you accepted it.
When it involved a submarine. A frigate is a large surface vessel.
Damn it, Charles, I know the difference.
Then you know that what's a fair risk for one is insane for the other.
You haven't built up your reputation by avoiding risk.
I'm not. I just want to hear from you that Trepanov's worth it.
Damn it, Charles, are you passing me the buck?
Do I stop, Hero?
Hero goes. Only I'll use that phone, if I may. This is Chief of Defence Staff. Please connect me to the Foreign Office. The duty officer or whoever's there. This is for your peace of mind, Charles.
And yours, George.
We should pick up their shore radar on this, sir, about 10 or 15 miles. It'll show up as a blip, something like this. At least it'll give us a fix.
There's that to be said for it. If they do set the dogs on us, we need to be able to jam their messages and fast.
Well, it depends how quickly we can get onto their frequency, sir. They do a lot of band swapping.
Well, you've got all the brains for it.
Told you about getting your hair cut.
Yes, Chief. 1 inch above collar line, ½ inch above ears, side hair not below lobe of hair. Latest local orders. It was done yesterday.
Sonar room report.
Sonar, all go, Chief.
Report in proper form.
Sonar tested and correct, Chief.
Testing all systems, sir. All correct.
Andre, we said 7. Come in. Well, we still have time for a drink. Give me your case. Well, let's have a drink anyway. Not me, I have to drive. We must leave in ½ an hour. It's a long drive. Well, please sit down. You know, my friend, I'm going to miss you. Where will I get my vodka now?
Where's the place?
Oh, you'll see. It's better for you not to know. Andre, this isn't necessary.
The place...
Don't you trust me? Thought we were friends. Give me a gun. And here, have a drink. Give me the gun, Andre. You won't need it. And if we're stopped on the road, it won't be so good. Give it to me. Hmm? and have a drink. You better? Here, help yourself. There's plenty of time. You'll soon be safe in the arms of the Royal Navy.
I have a wife, children.
Ah, don't think about them.
Always good communist. I was with Stalin in Beria, Colonel General, son in the army. I should go back.
Well, they'll shoot you, Andre. They don't like people who sell secrets.
I do not sell. I'm not a traitor. The others betray. Betray the revolution. Betray the party.
Well, they'll shoot you all the same. You better have another drink, We'll take some with us in the car. Make it a real party.
The British, they must pay.
Oh, they will. And you can write your memoirs. Sell them to the papers. You don't have to worry. And the important thing is you'll be alive.
Bridge, ops room.
Bridge.
And from the captain, switch on second steaming light.
Number one? In 4 minutes, we enter the target zone, number one.
Germany standing by, sir.
Officer of the watch, Captain.
Sir?
We'll be going into full electronic silence shortly. We'll cut navigational radar at first contact with the shore station. Type the 4-5's crew to stand to.
Aye, sir. We're 15 miles from nearest point of land, adjusting to 179, 25 knots.
Thank you, pilot.
Not bad. On the nose.
Slow to 6 knots. Cut all radars except the 978. Main communications office. Assume mission control policy 3 X-ray.
Mission control policy 3 X-ray.
Oh, they have? Well, that's very obliging.
Well, you've got your party.
Right. They've located Mr. Knox Palmer, sir. He's on his way.
Well, should be interesting anyway. And CDS holds the buck.
No, that's what it always was. With Hera.
Ready to change course, sir.
Thank you, pilot.
I think we've got a radar emission, sir.
Thank you, Chief. We've seen it.
That's the shore radar, all right, and it's damn strong. That's 10 or 15 miles off. I suppose they've got us. If they're on the ball. It won't mean much to him yet.
Changing course, then.
Carry on, pilot.
Steer 253.
Steer 253. Course 253, sir.
محمد
نعم
تعال ايش تظن هذا؟
سفينة تجارية
قريبة جدا
لازم كارقة تاريخ.
لازم.
They've got us, Chief, asking for identification on 500 KCs.
Coast Guard Station, sir. Asking for identification on the international calling frequency.
Make no reply. Stand by to cut navigational radar. That all right with you, pilot?
Sir, we're 5 miles offshore, course 251, preparing to steer 270.
We'll give you radar for that. Gemini, stand by to drop.
Roger, sir.
Steer 270. Course 270, 6 knots.
Stop navigational radar.
غريب. غير الطريق على بعد 5 كيلومتر من الساحل.
وقفوا ردان. Hello. Hello.
Any visual sighting, pilot?
Nothing I can distinguish, sir.
We'll give you 5-second spot checks at half-minute intervals.
Sir.
We should be coming under the shadow of those cliffs soon, sir.
Radar, 5 seconds now.
2.5 miles.
Flight deck, Captain.
سفينة فن قريبة جدا من الصخور.
كلمت معها؟
ما في جواب.
الرادار يستعملوا مرة ثانية شوي شوي.
Hello, قسطرة.
Drop Geminis. Best of luck, number 1.
Gemini's away, sir.
Thank you, Master.
Well, we've lost the shore radar, sir.
Oh, thank heaven for small mercies.
There's the cliffs now, sir. Keep parallel. Maybe rocks.
They bloody well are.
Ahoy, number 2!
Still here, sir.
Keep your eyes skinned, Docker. If we pass it, we're sunk.
Doesn't seem to be anyone about, sir.
That's what I like about you, Archibald. Always the optimist.
Well, he's there, sir. If he's found it.
271. Dead slow ahead. 1 mile offshore, sir.
Thank you, pilot.
Bridge, starboard lookout. Bridge. Starboard lookout. Helicopter approaching from green at 45, sir.
Okay.
Helicopter reported by the bridge, sir. Approaching from due west.
That's from Costa Rica.
What's the range of the helicopter now? Starboard lookout. Good long way. Coming in though, sir. Hang on.
Flight commander here. Sounds like a light reconnaissance helicopter. About 4 miles off.
Thank you.
Anything?
Searching the lower VHF band, sir. Round 122.
Well, there's nothing in that lot. You sure he's on 122?
That's where they were before. And 146.
Won't be on that either.
Why not?
I've logged both, sir. Haven't had a thing on either all night. They've gone to the UHF band around 233.
No, they won't. Never nothing with VHF.
They have.
Well, if we haven't got time to argue about it, try 146.
Sir.
Well, that's a dead loss. You better try the UHF, Chief.
ما شايف شيء. الحرب شعلة. Over.
مفهوم. Over.
That chopper's getting bloody near, sir.
Well, just keep going.
He's dropped the flare.
He's dropped the flare about 2 miles on the starboard bow.
رميت شعلة. لسه ما شايف شيء. Over.
He's dropping flares. He'll be over us. He must be talking to the Coast Guard.
Yes, sir, we're searching. We've been on the VHF, now we're on the UHF.
He dropped another, sir. Mile on the starboard beam.
He'll be over us next.
Look, that's a dead loss. Go back to 122. That. Go back to that.
That's a ship.
That's it. That's him.
122.34.
Jolly good, Chief.
Jam him. He's damn near overhead. He's got us.
أنا شايف ما يبدو لي إنه
يمكن تكون سفينة من سفن حرس سواحلنا. لا. أظن. أيوه. لا.
الو الو يا طيار. الو.
Well done, Chief.
Take the Royal Marine band, sir. You won't be able to get through that lot.
We don't know how much you got through before the jamming.
اسمع يا كوستارا سفينة حربية بريطانية أوفر. كوستارا اسمعي سفينة حربية بريطانية أوفر.
One all round. Keep them cut in your hands.
Helicopters are still circling, sir.
13 minutes from pickup, sir. They're overdue.
I'll be on the bridge.
There's no sign of them yet, sir.
How far are we from the rendezvous?
We're just about on it. Wish you'd stop doing that.
No, we can't risk them missing us. Stop both engines.
Stop both engines.
Stop both engines. Bridge, Foxtrot. Both engines repeated stop, sir.
Captain.
Sonar has picked up a high-speed craft, sir. It sounds like an MTB. It's very distant. The bearing is 263.
Thank you. Recall the Geminis.
Aye, aye, sir.
We did get through.
Oh, shut up, Docker.
Sir. What happens if they don't turn up, sir?
Just keep listening.
Sir? Ship, sir. Roger. They want us back.
So, lights coming down that road. Looks like something big, sir. Coast Guard patrol?
Wait.
MTB about 10 miles off. Approaching, sir.
You'll soon see those helicopter flares, huh? We'll have to try and keep you busy till we get the Gemini's aboard. A little confusion, I think. Guns.
Sir.
I want you to lay star shell. Maximum range bearing north. Both guns 1 round. I will order fire.
Aye, aye, sir.
Another 15 seconds before the next buster. Sonar?
Still coming in, sir. Under 10 miles.
Before I get back to the beach, Docker, come with me.
Come on!
You'd better get moving. The Coast Guards are out.
Yes, I know that. You, Max?
No. That's it.
No. It merely interrupted a rather entertaining dinner engagement. I suppose one should cease to be amazed. It seems to be the way things happen in this country. A happens to mention to B, B says to C, C passes it on to D, and before you know it, someone is pressing the panic button.
Should give us something to puzzle over at any rate.
ستارة سفينة حربية بريطانية أوفر. كوستارا سفينة حربية بريطانية أوفر.
Sonar reports the MTB bearing north, sir.
Thank you. Guns?
Sir?
The same again, bearing 345, and they don't hit that helicopter for God's sake.
My dear Admiral, of course we wanted Trapanov. He's an exceptionally interesting man. Well, historically, if nothing else. One of the few survivors of the Beria regime, responsible for counterintelligence during the Hungarian revolt, and later in Prague. A positive mine of information. Of course we wanted him, but, Yes. Of course, we'd known for some time that Trapanov was on the slide. The, occupational vice. Thanks. Yes, the KGB were lining him for the drop in their charming way. I imagine he was given his present posting as a preliminary to having the carpet pulled from under him. And that's the usual form.
Tripanov. Colonel General Andrei Vasilyevich Tripanov.
As for the Russian dispositions in North Africa, he may or may not have some information. I very much doubt it. I was simply asked whether he was worth having, and of course he was, if it could be done without trouble. I understood it was to be a simple submarine operation. Nobody said frigate.
pass that on to me now, sir.
Thank you. Officer of the watch.
Sir?
You can tell the engine room they can save their rivets now. Come down to 20 minutes.
Aye, sir. Revolutions 146.
Revolutions 146.
Thank you, pilot. Yes. How's Max?
I put him in the sick bay, sir. Fuller's trying to dry him out. I suppose he was important, sir.
So they tell us. What's that?
It's his case, sir. But it got a bit waterlogged.
Well, there'll be his papers. You better try and save them.
Yes, sir. I've rescued his keys. Shall I? I don't know which one.
Yes.
Flash signal from the Ministry of
Yes,
Defense.
just a moment.
Well, I hope these are worth all that effort, sir.
I'm beginning to doubt it. You better try and get those dried out as well. Yes, pilot.
From the Ministry of Defense to HMS Hero and Flag Officer Malta. Abandon mission, return with all speed.
Reply to MOD and Flag Officer Malta. Mission successfully accomplished. I suppose successfully is the right word, number one.